Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I have a few things that I want to do and talk about and create and all that good stuff. And so I'm going to go through first things first. What we're going to do today is we're going to be embellishing one of these bumblebees. And this is the one that I will probably be doing today. It's clear resin. I might do two of them. I'm not sure. So it just depends on how quickly this goes. This is one that I used red glitter in, and I just wanted to try it to see what it would look like. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this one yet, but it did turn out really, really pretty. It's very, very pretty. So I'm excited about that one, but it will probably make it into my Christmassy kind of pile. This one here is resin on the top, so you can see it's nice and shiny resin, and it's foam clay on the bottom. So it's white, but yet it has that resin look on the top. So I wanted to see what that would look like. And then very quickly we're going to take this one out of the mold because I popped this out of the freezer, and actually, you know what, it's still too soft. I'm going to pop this back in the freezer, and we will come back to this one later because I want you to see how beautiful this bumblebee looks on the clay. I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the two I'm going to leave here. So hopefully I won't forget to pull that one out of the freezer because I really do want you guys to see how gorgeous it looks on that clay. And the good thing about the clay is if I want to wrap it on something that is round, say one of my round jars or something, here I've got, let's see, like this. I don't know that the bumblebee would fit on this one necessarily. It doesn't look like it quite fits. It's a little too big. But on one of my taller ones, you can wrap it around while it's still wet and glue it down, and you're all set to make your project. You'll want to let the glue dry and all that stuff, but oh my gosh, it looks fabulous on something that is round. So, what I have today is a couple of things. I just wanted to show you real quick. My friend Kim, I don't know, I might have shown this to you guys, but I don't think I have yet. She sent me a hot fix kit, and what it came with is these are my other rhinestones, but it came with a whole bunch of rhinestones in different colors. She sent me the kit along, and it came also with a case, like 24, I think, of these B7000 tubes. And so I just put a couple of them in here just so that they would be all together. It comes with the hot tips so that you can use this to fix your rhinestones onto like lace and things like that. And then the B7000 would be if you want to attach these to hard surfaces like this. It came with tweezers, and it came with a rhinestone picker, and I'm super excited to start using this. And actually I haven't used this part yet. I'm looking for a perfect lace that I want to put some rhinestones on, and so that's what I plan on using it on first. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it so, so, so much, and I can't wait to use this kit, you guys. It's so beautiful, and the rhinestones are super sparkly. These are some of my other rhinestones that I bought a little bit, about a month ago, and I love these rhinestones. They're different shapes and stuff, and I will probably be using these with these bumblebees today. So that's that. And then my friend Susie, she sent me more than this, but she sent me some paper roses in different colors. And she sent me, where is it? What did I do with it? Oh my word, Carol. Oh, she sent me these stamens, a whole box of all different colors. Look at those beautiful stamens. Oh my goodness. And these are the nice small, these are beautifully shaped too. I don't see any of them that are all wonky or anything. And she sent me these fly swatters, and I'm wondering if that was because if this was because the last video that I made, there were 2 flies flying around in my craft room, and that's never happened before. But it was a warm day, and when it gets hot out here, and sometimes the dog goes in and out through her doggy door, or someone leaves a door open, those flies come in the house, and then they have a field day. And they just happened to get into my craft room this time. So I got 2 fly swatters. These could be used for many other purposes too. So, and then she sent me a couple of other things, and I didn't bring those in here this time. But anyway, thank you so much, Susie. I appreciate you, girl. And she sent me some other stuff in another package prior to that. So I thank you guys, everybody who sends me these packages and things. I know you guys know how much I appreciate it, but maybe you don't, and I do. I appreciate it so much, and I try to use everything in my videos, but sometimes if I don't get to it right away, guys, don't worry. I will get to it, I promise. It's just that I can't use everything super quickly, so I go through it as I can, or as I have specific projects and things that I want to use them in. And these are some other rhinestones that Kim sent me a while back that I'm going to keep out here as well, just in case I want to use those. I'm not going to use those. And here's another package of my other pretty rhinestones. And I'm not going to use those. And here, oh, here's the final one. Okay, so I was looking, I didn't realize I had found all 3 of my cases of those. And then, oh, Susie sent me these. I put these in with my rhinestones. Look at all these beautiful flat back pearls and all these gorgeous, gorgeous colors, you guys. It looks like jelly beans in the camera. But they're really, really pretty, and they have a shine to them that's really... they're really, really shiny. So I can't wait to use those. I have an idea for a couple of things that I'd like to use those in. And let's see, we've got so much stuff over here. Let's see, I've got something I want to go over with you guys, and I'm going to ask you guys for an opinion this time. So I'm hoping y'all will comment on this video and let me know what you think, because I had an idea of something. I want to do a giveaway, because I haven't done a giveaway in a little while. And most of that is just because my brain fog has been just terrible lately, and I haven't been quite in the best frame of mind, and I'm snapping out of it, and I'm gonna stop that. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing many videos. Now that process may sort of stay that way for a little bit, because I honestly don't have a lot of time lately. I've had a lot of things going on, and so I just don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to make, but I'm going to try and make sure that I do, you know, 1 a week. You know, that would be my goal, is to do 1 video a week. at least. I'd like to get back to my 2, and I will get back to doing 2 videos a week, but right now, when I can, I will. But right now, I don't know how often I'm going to be able to do that. So I do apologize for that, you guys. I would much rather be doing videos, trust me, than the other stuff that I've had to take care of. But I'll get back to it. No worries. What else? Oh, the big thing. This is a little box, and I decorated it. It was a box I got from work, and it had this gold bee on kind of etched in it. Not etched, but it's like it's bumpy. But it's just a cardboard box, and so I decorated it, and I put a lace bow up here in the corner, and some of my little goodies. We've got a little hummingbird that came from earrings that came from Temu, and my friend Robin. I've got some other flowers and rhinestones up in here, and some beautiful sequiny lace right there. And then I added just a couple of decals. I put these on the bottom, and the only reason I put these on the bottom, and I know it looks dorky, but the reason I did this was because there had been a sticker on the back of this, and I pulled the sticker off, and it was very sticky, and I didn't want to use anything wet because it's a cardboard box. Plus, there were a couple of holes in the bottom of this because it was like a little jewelry box that someone had come in the store and stolen the jewelry out of it. And so it was an empty box. And so occasionally I'm allowed to take those empty boxes home as long as I don't leave anything on it that is telling about whose stuff it is or whatever. So that's what I do. I immediately take off anything like that, and then I use them to make pretty boxes and stuff. So this is the box. This is what I would like to do as my giveaway. And I don't know what the response is going to be on this, but I did put some of my purple shred. It looks blue on the camera, but it's really deep, beautiful, beautiful purple. And we're going to take some of this out of the top here. And I had made this bracelet. I made it a little while back. And I didn't put it in my shop because I wasn't sure I even wanted to sell it. So I have had it sitting here for quite some time. Occasionally I put it on, and I love on it. And I just think it's the most beautiful, beautiful bracelet. Look at that. And this is going to be my giveaway. It's small enough that it's not going to cost me $1 million. Whoopsies. It's not going to cost me $1 million to ship. This is only for the U.S. Guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot afford to send overseas. And so I apologize for that. I really do wish I could afford it. But I have to be careful with every penny I spend. But right now, I need to do a giveaway. It will do my heart wonders to do a giveaway. And let me go ahead. I'll just kind of put it on my wrist. I have a small wrist, you guys. But this is, you can move this so that you can make it bigger or smaller. And so, let's see. So that's what it looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just so beautiful. I love it so much. So anyway, this is going to be our giveaway for today. Or not today. I'm going to do a separate video to announce the giveaway. What I need from you guys today is for you to tell me. Good idea, bad idea, what do you think? I mean, because even if the person that wins it can't use it or isn't into necessarily that style, it would make an amazing gift for someone that you know would enjoy all those beautiful blingy rhinestones and all that good stuff. It will come in this box. And so that is going to be the giveaway. So please, I need your comments below letting me know what you think about this as a giveaway. And what else? What you think of it. Do you think it's pretty or do you think it's hideous? I mean, some people are literally going to think it's hideous because they don't like rhinestones and things like that. And that's okay too. I get it, because there's always certain things that, you know, some of us like and others of us don't. And that's okay. That's what makes us all unique. I'm just found a few things that I'm pulling aside that I might want to use. I'm excited that I found this because I've been looking for it. This is a strand. It was a necklace, and it's got all these pearl strands, pearl and chain strands hanging from it. And these are awesome to use to hang like from the bottoms of things. And I am absolutely going to use a piece of this on probably this butterfly. I've got my paper towels here. I've got some glue sticks here. These are my Gorilla hot glue sticks. This is what I buy. I prefer the longer ones, but these are the short ones. These also, my friend Kim sent me my Gorilla hot glue sticks. And I do like the small ones for some things, you guys, because they're easier to get to. They're easier to work with when I first put them in. So I don't mind changing them out. If I've got a glue stick, I've got a glue stick, right? I've got enough of them sitting here that I can get right to them, and I'm good to go. But Gorilla hot glue sticks are my favorite. They do the best job. They're a little bit more stringy than the cheaper hot glue sticks, but for the purposes of longevity, I prefer the Gorilla hot glue sticks. I used my tube of hot glue already, went through the entire thing, loved it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Susie. And, or no, that came from Laura. No, Susie, I'm sorry. I get so confused, you guys, sometimes. And I have some subscribers that actually go by more than one name. And they'll use, at different times they'll use one name, and at different times they'll use the other name. And you guys, it confuses me terribly. If I'm not talking to you every day, I am going to get confused at some point, and I'm going to call you by the wrong name. Please forgive me if I do that, because it just happens with my memory sometimes, and I get messed up on things like that. But anyway, so that's that. The other thing that I did get, and I'm going to be pulling these out today as well, I got some rhinestone bits, and I got these all on Amazon, and I got them all in like amber and gold tones. These beautiful rhinestones. I love these, and when you're doing kind of bigger projects, this is a topaz. Isn't that gorgeous? And they shine so beautifully. This is amber. These are, no, I think this one said it was amber, and I don't remember. Oh, I know. These are champagne. Oops. That's what it is. These and the rectangle ones are champagne. That's the color. And then I've also got these that are like more of just a diamond shape. And these are great for filler pieces. The other thing that I got was some of these little bumblebees. Again, with the bumblebees, but you guys know me. Butterflies and bumblebees, those are my things. They are just little bumblebees, and they stand up tall. I had this one here, and I flattened out her legs, and one of the legs snapped, so I ended up having to cut a leg off in 2 spots, and then I ended up having to cut these legs a little shorter, and it's okay. This is kind of my test bumblebee. She's still beautiful, and she will sit a little flatter on whatever project I do. So you can see the difference here with the legs out and the legs flat. But I really do like this with it standing up. I really do. I like this better, but it depends on what you're going to use it on, because you can see they sit quite a bit differently. And then let's see what else. Oh, I've got some clear rhinestone ones. I also got this other mold. Where did I put her? I'm looking for it, guys. I'm sorry. I got this mold here, which is also a bumblebee with these little flower things in it. And I did do a set in resin. I'll just grab this one. A set in resin. Let's see. Maybe you can see it better on the napkin. I'm not sure because it's a white napkin, but you can kind of see that. Let's see. What else do I have that I could put this on top of? That is some sort of color. Got that one. And it's very, very detailed. Very detailed. They're gorgeous. And I can't wait to use these in something too, but I'm keeping these in with my rhinestones. I had them set aside in another container until I got everything together. And now, of course, I can't find the other piece to it, but that's okay. I will find it. No problem. So, and then I've got some more of my rhinestone chain that I'm going to use on these. I also have some of these that came off of a plant stand thing. These are acrylic, and I think these are very pretty as well to hang from the tails. Got a couple of my corner pieces. I don't know whether I'll use them or not, but we're just going to kind of, what I need to do is I just need to leave stuff in the container and come back to them. And these are just some extra little pieces. I will leave those separate because, oh, and I'm going to use this on one of my bumblebees. This is the last piece of this I have. I'm going to use that on one of my big bumblebees. We don't need those flowers right now. And I don't know if I've shown you guys this butterfly that I did. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? It kind of is a lacy look. I just think this turned out so, so pretty. I love this butterfly, and I'm going to use it in something, but I haven't decided quite yet what I want to use it in. I've got these hearts. You know, I bought a set of these molds here. And if you look at this heart, look at it. Really, really look at it. What's wrong with this heart? And it has a saying on it. It says, "Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day." And they've all got these beautiful quotes on them. And they're beautiful hearts, but they're made so that one side is big and one side has the narrow heart. I did not know that when I bought them. I don't particularly like that look. It kind of bothers me. So I thought, you know, maybe if I was to put like something like that on the little side, maybe I could make it look a little bit better. But then I lose the quote. So however I decide to use those, I don't know. The other thing I'm going to be doing, you guys, I still have a couple of my high-heeled shoes here. And I am going to be doing a couple of ruby red slippers. I did get a little bit ago some glitter, and this is red, but it's a chunky glitter, and it's actually the same glitter that I used in this butterfly. And so we will be using this. It's a beautiful wine red kind of a color. It's not too glaringly bright, which I don't like in the red unless I'm using it for maybe an American flag type thing or something like that. But these shoes are going to be gorgeous. So stick around for that one. Let's go ahead, and I've got some of these rhinestones too, and these are awesome to use because they're just silver rhinestones. So we will be getting into this box for sure, but for now, I'm going to close her up. I've got some flowers in here, some porcelain flowers in here that we will be using, possibly. I haven't decided yet. Let me put this aside. Bag aside. Okay, so guys, don't forget, in this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Make that comment about the giveaway video that I want to do. Let me know if you think it's worthwhile, or should I just forget about it? You know, because sometimes I have to wonder, you know, if I don't hear much of anything from people, I start thinking, okay, maybe they just don't like those projects or that style or whatever. And a lot of times I know it's just that, you know, people just don't think to make comments. But I would greatly appreciate it if you would comment on this video. The more comments I get, the better I get in the algorithm, and I need that right now desperately, you guys. So trying to make this extra income so that I can take care of the things I need to take care of. Hopefully get some good answers to my questions, and go from there. But I do need that hype this video. You have to give it a hype within the first 7 days of its release, you guys. So you can't do it a month from now or 2 weeks from now. It doesn't work that way. It's got to be within 7 days, or you can't hype it. So, and those hypes definitely help us. So if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. And I think that's it. Let me read a quick quote for you guys. The difference you make today might not show up for years, might not make you rich or famous, might not get you glory or cheers, but the difference will live forever, will be passed on into the wild, because the difference you make in the world today will be in the heart of a child. Thank you for making a difference, everyone. Let's get out there and let's make a difference in the heart of a child, in the heart of an adult, in the heart of anybody that you come across, because you never know what a smile and a hello is going to do to change someone's day, literally change their day. So please, please, please remember that, you guys. Let's be nice. You know, my famous words, be kind. If there's more kindness in this world, think of the changes we could make. I mean, I think about that every day. I mean, we all talk about it a lot, and we talk about, you know, how people can be so mean or cruel or rude or whatever it might be. But instead of saying that, let's flip the script on them, and let's try and make those people change their attitude. Try to get into them and maybe make a change in their day so that they feel better about themselves, because we just don't know what they're going through. And you know what, maybe we would be helping them as much as they're helping us by giving us that smile or that bit of kindness. So that's the way I see it anyway. So anyway, okay, so I laid down some kind of a rose-colored pink paper here because I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Now, it's still not that easy to see, but I will beam in closer so that you guys have a better look at everything, and hopefully that will help. I'm going to put those bees over there because we don't need them. And put that over there. So, I've got lots of beautiful, beautiful things. And you guys, I'm not showing you how I did this. This is just a regular resin pour. If you want to see how I do that, I've got so many resin videos, it's crazy. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I think I'm going to go get that, that clay bumblebee, and we're going to very quickly pop it out of the mold before it starts to thaw, because that's what happened last time. I took it out of the freezer, and then by the time I got the video all ready to go, it had already started to thaw and soften up, and you can't pull it out of those molds if it's soft and sticky. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's see if we can lift this out of here. So we're just going to fold this back very gently because it is still a little bit soft. It hasn't been in the freezer all that long, maybe 30, 40 minutes, something like that. So usually they are in there for at least an hour before I pull them out. But I didn't think to do this last night, so we're just going to very gently push each edge away like that, and that way it'll be easier to pull it out the rest of the way from the center. Be careful with the wings on this one. I'm going to put links to the two molds. So this is what this looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. The detail in that mold. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It is large, so you can see I've got both hands under this. It's gorgeous, you guys. Look at that. And look at how nicely it came out. Sometimes you might have, you know, a couple little tiny edges. You just pluck those right off. Same thing with the resin. You might have a little bit of an edge, but literally, that's it. That's all I had on this one. Oh, there's a little piece there. There. And or you can just take your fingers, when it's this foam clay, just rub your fingers along the edges and press it in a little bit, just very gently. And the warmth of your hand will melt the clay enough that it'll go in and it'll be perfect. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous bumblebee. I cannot believe it. I am just amazed at how gorgeous the detail comes out using this clay. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to pop her aside so that I don't destroy her before I ever get a chance to work with her. And I'm going to put a piece of paper over here to set her on top of so she doesn't stick. Let's see. Put it right. Nope, not there. Right there. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll here, you guys. Okay, first things first. What we're going to do is we're going to edge these wings with some rhinestone chain. And let's see, I have a couple of different ones here. This one is pink rhinestones and white pearls. This is just like a cream colored pearl. And I have a bunch of this, enough to do a whole one. And this here, well, this is just plain clear rhinestone, but this is the only piece of this I have. So, and then this one is almost a purplish pinkish pearl. So I think what I'm going to do though on this one is I'm going to use let's see, let me make sure I don't have something else over here on my hanging rack that I like better. I don't think so. I do have something else hanging over here though that I might like to use. So I'm going to pull that off so I don't forget I have it. So I've got this that has the little beads on it, and I thought, you know, if I want to pluck one of those off and use those, that would make a pretty little stinger for the bumblebee. So that, and we need our adhesive B7000. We're going to use that. And these things can all kind of go to the side. Now, the only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to do this just on top of the paper. So I am going to lay down my silicone mat. And this has some glitter on it and stuff. Don't worry about that. That's not going to hurt anything. They're not going to stick to it because they're they don't have any glue or anything on them. So they do stick to the silicone mat very well though. I will say that. Okay, so I'm going to size this up first. I really was kind of hoping I would find a piece of the clear rhinestones. I do have I found it yesterday. I do have a roll of rhinestones that is the bigger rhinestones, but I'm not sure where I put it. Where did I put that? Had it in my hand yesterday. Oh, I think I know where it's at. Let me just walk around my table here real quick. Maybe it's in here. No. There it is. Oh, but this one has a gold. It's a gold chain instead of silver, and I'm not sure that I want. Oh, here's one. Here's one with the silver. Okay. That back in there. So I just want to show you, this is the case of the B7000 that Kim sent me with my rhinestone, my Hot Fix rhinestone thing, and it's got a whole bunch of tubes. I can't see where it says how many are in here, but look at that, plus 2. So 4, 8, 16. So I just wanted to show you guys. That is awesome. I don't have the link, but I'm sure I can get it for that. But that's a good, these are nice little tubes because they're easy to work with, and they've got a very tiny tip. You can see that there. Look how tiny that tip is. It's awesome for getting the little things. And I also have some of my wipes here. I'm trying to keep these very clean so that they don't get gunky and then end up, if they get too sticky and pull on it too many times, that needle in the middle will pop out and then you're stuck with the bigger hole. I mean, which still works. I mean, it's still good, but not as good. So, okay, so here's our small chain here. And this, again, I'm going to try and show you guys. See, it's the pink and white. It's pink rhinestones and white pearls. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. And I did already make one of these bumblebees, you guys. Only, oh, and this one, you can see this is flat. The mold is flat. I'll show you. The mold is flat. And what I did was I put this under my lamp and got it pretty much done curing. And I pulled it out of the mold. And it's usually when you first pull it out, if it's still hot, you can bend it. And so I was able to bend the wings up just slightly. I didn't want to bend them too much, but this way it gives it a different look, and I wanted one that had the wings bent up. So what I did was I bent them up and I held it under the lamp for a few more minutes, and then I just held it in place for probably like 5 minutes until it cooled down, and let go of it, and it stayed in that position. And I love the way this one looks. It's gorgeous. So these are the other rhinestones I have. Now, I don't know if these will work or not because they're quite large, but I think they would be so pretty on this. And I really would like to try them. I just don't know how easy they're going to be to work with on this. They might be easier than the little ones. Sometimes the big ones are. We're going to go ahead and try it, you guys, because I haven't used the big ones on these yet. So I think I'm going to use this one because it's flat, and it'll be easier for me to size this up on a flat wing. And then I'll just cut the 2 pieces off. And then we'll be ready to just put them on. Yeah, I think that's going to be real pretty. Okay, I'm going to cut this off right here. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be too long, one too long or not, but I'm going to make it one too long just in case. I mean, I don't even know if it's one too long, but I'm going to better be safe than sorry. So, I didn't get it tucked all the way up there, so I may not be able to go quite that long. And that's okay because we can pull these rhinestones apart somewhat. So that's not a problem. Okay, now we're just going to kind of press them together. And we're going to cut this one right here. And honestly, I think I might just go ahead and cut off 2 more pieces, because I might use this on the white one as well. We're going to use some of these little ones as well, just so you know. And one more. Sorry, you guys, I just want to do this while I'm here because it's going to make life easier for me on the other one. And if we're able to do both of them, we have this part done. And I can get this out of the way. Okay, so let me put that up there. Let's go ahead and let's start putting this on here. And I'm going to have to put this aside and let it dry a little bit before we start playing around with this, because that's going to be very important. And I'm putting a decent amount because these are going to be heavy rhinestones. So we don't want to, you know what? I think I might put them towards the bottom of the wings. And maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll put glue on both sides because I don't think this is going to take really too long. And I'm putting a decent amount, again, of the B7000 because I want enough to make sure it's going to stick. Now the other thing is I do want at one point right here to add another piece, but it's going to sit up a little bit higher on the wing. So I have to cut that separately. I don't have to, but I'm going to because I think it will work a lot better. With the little chain, you can just put it all the way across and up into that section without having any trouble with it, but not with the big chain. Okay. So let's go ahead before this starts to dry, because it does, the B7000 does start to get sticky pretty quick, which is great. That's what I love about it. I mean, usually on most things within 10 or 15 minutes, okay, that's not working. I can't set it down because it's not going to sit flat. Within 10 or 15 minutes, I can start working back on my project. Now, if I could only get it to sit on there. There. Okay, that was perfect. The length was perfect. Now, going around this corner, I can see that it just kind of barely makes it without twisting the rhinestones around, and it does twist them just ever so slightly, but they're still pointing up. And so I am okay with that. And I do need another squirt of glue right there. There we go. Probably should have just put the glue on one side at a time, because I'm just thinking once I start putting this side on, the other side's probably going to start wanting to slip off. But maybe this side, actually, maybe not. Maybe this side will just stick right on. Maybe I should have just waited. Sorry, you guys, I know I'm probably setting this up too high for you to see what I'm doing. This is definitely a process, and it's a learned skill. When I first started trying to do this, oh my word, I struggled and I struggled and I struggled, but then I finally got the process down and realized that I was making it harder than it had to be. So I did get it all figured out. Now if I could just get this in there. Like that. There we go. Woohoo! So actually, I think even with this big stuff, I could have probably just gone all the way across this wing up to the top. That's okay. That is a-okay. We'll just add that other piece in there and it'll be fine. But look at how beautiful that looks. Oh my word, it looks gorgeous. So let's grab our spool again and see how many rhinestones we need to get to that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. 3. And 4. Okay, you guys, let me put these over with the other two. And then we're gonna put some of our glue right here. And we're gonna kind of cover up the leg on, you know, this one partially. That's okay, no worries. That is not a problem. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the other part of the chain here on this end, just so that it sticks to the chain and to the bee. And then we're just gonna pop it in there like that. And we definitely want to give it the appearance that that chain is one long piece. I feel like there's no glue right there, because it's like as slippery as if there was nothing there. Okay, so let me pop that out of the way. You get in there, and you get right there. There we go. Okay. Put those two together. There we go. So you can see how beautiful that wing turned out. So let's go ahead and get the other one. Pop that in there. Wait, I want to get it on that section too. And the good thing about this glue is that it's nice and clear. You're not going to see it. Oh, look how easy that one popped in. That was easy peasy. So there we go. Let me see. There we go. Now you can see it. So isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Nice and sparkly. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so gorgeous. You guys are not gonna believe it. It's gonna be so beautiful. And then these pieces, I kind of feel like I could start working with these. I want to go on the inside here and go along sort of the ledge where you would normally see kind of like the little dotty pieces like on a butterfly wing. You know, the little round circles. We're just going to kind of go right to... Let's see, do I want it to go around the whole thing or don't I? I don't know. I don't know if I want to just do it along the top section here. But I'm going to wrap it around and see if I like it. Going all the way around. And we're probably going to start hearing the blower out in the yard. Jeff's doing yard work, so... And this time I knew he was doing it before I got started, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. Yeah, we're going to go around the whole wing. Oh my goodness, you guys, that looks gorgeous. And so I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to size up the other side. And then on the white one, maybe we'll use one of those other chains. And we're going to cut that right there. So let's pull this. I'm going to drop that over there. Okay, and then maybe do I want that or do I want that? I think we'll use, you know what? I think we're gonna, instead of going totally like all pink, we're gonna go with this kind of beige pearl. It's really pretty. It's actually very, very pretty. And we're gonna cut it at the same length as the other one. And let's get this one. I hate when I do that. Okay, put those up there. Now, kind of feel like we're probably only going to get to one of these today, you guys. So now I'm just going to start going along that section there. Okay, I'm going to also bring you all in a little bit more. So let's put this and try and keep my head out of it. I'm so sorry, you guys, if you're looking at my head again. I'm so sorry. It's not a pretty sight. All my white hair. But I chose a long time ago to stop coloring my hair because I got tired of having to color it every 3 weeks because I had that terrible, terrible skunk stripe in my hair, and I just hated that. I disliked that with a passion. And I finally stripped my hair, stripped all the color out, and of course it didn't strip all of it, but I stripped all that I could get out, and let my hair grow, and that was a grueling process, I have to say. But I did it, and I'm much happier for it now. Okay, so we're just going to go around the whole edge here. And you guys, you could do this any way you want. Just, you know, use your creativity. And, you know, figure out what you want it to look like. But you guys, you really should get this Bumblebee mold. And if you really felt comfortable with that clay, the foam clay, I will put the link to that in this video as well, and there's also a link to it in my other videos where I did the clay projects. So you'll be able to find it, you know, anywhere you look. And if you haven't seen my foam clay videos yet, get over there and check those out because that stuff is amazing. I love playing around with it. The first week that I had that stuff, you guys, oh my goodness, you couldn't keep me out of it, and I ended up having to buy another tub, so I bought a bigger tub, and I'll get you guys the link to the small tub and the big tub just in case. But I used it that much, and you guys know I have a lot of molds, and a good majority of the molds that I have are ones that my beautiful subscribers have sent me in Happy Mail. And then, you know, it's probably, honestly, it's probably 50-50. 50% I bought and 50% you guys have shared and just shown me how generous you guys truly are. And you've sent me molds as well, and I can't thank you enough for that because it has got me just having fun in a whole new way. Okay, so that looks amazing. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys with those strips of rhinestone chain in it. And there you go, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So now we got to keep on going. Keep on going. Now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to put some other stuff on here first. And then I've got all these other rhinestones and things here that we can use to pretty it up as well. I'm not going to use that in this. Alright, so what do we have? We're definitely putting this piece, this beautiful piece, on here. And it's going to go right here at the back side, or the front side, but the back, you know what I mean. It's going to go just like that. Right there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of my B7000, then I'm going to also use some resin on this, but you guys can do the entire thing with your B7000. It works great. You just have to wait a little longer for things, and that's okay too. You know, take your time with this kind of stuff, you guys, because the more time you take with it, oops, I'm out of the camera's view. The more time you take with stuff like this, the better your project is going to end up being, and the happier you're going to be in the end. And it's okay if it takes a little while. It's okay if it takes a few days to get something like this done. I mean, the other bee that I did, that I dropped and broke into a million pieces, I accidentally was picking it up and I dropped it like from a long distance to the floor in the kitchen, and it just shattered. It just shattered, and I just about cried, but then I said, no, Carol, you've got all the stuff to make another one. Just stop it and make another one. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Only this one's even better because I found some of my other bits and pieces like this that I wanted to use, but I had no idea where that was, and I actually just accidentally came across it. I'm not going to use that in this one. I'd like to use this. And I'm wondering, I'm gonna try and get between these guys. I don't know how easy it's gonna be. I don't want to break the rhinestones. There's just not quite enough distance between them to get to the little connectors. Oops, I popped a rhinestone there. That is frustrating because I can hear them grinding. That makes me very, very sad. Got one more piece. Oh, no. Oh my word, this is so sad. It's going to be fine. I can still use it. There's one rhinestone that popped out, right? No, it didn't pop out. Oh, I thought it did. Something popped out of somewhere because there's a rhinestone right there. It must be off. Oh, it came out right there. So that's okay. We'll just move on. I'm just trying to decide what I want to put on here and how I want this beauty to look. I'm not going to use that. Look at this pretty heart button. Isn't that gorgeous? I thought that might be pretty somewhere on here. And this is just a little acrylic heart. Easy to break. Or snip, not break. We're not purposely breaking anything. Okay, I also have this piece. And what I really wanted to do, oh, I did find another one. Okay, I thought that I was finding the same one over again. I didn't. I found the other one. Let me see something here. I was thinking these would be pretty. Like on the wings, like right there. Like that. That might be too much. I think I might be taking it a little too far there. So let's just do this. Let's just see where we can go with the original stuff that I was looking at for this thing. I definitely loved this. And I'm not sure if I want it to go... I feel like I want it to kind of go a little bit across the wing like that. And then maybe use this piece going out that way. And then I want to take don't love this bright green leaf. It's a little too bright for my liking. So if I put that there, and let's see, let's get this out of here. And I'm just going to kind of open this one up a little bit. This is a double rose, and this is Bird's Place, you guys. Isn't that pretty? I love her flowers. These are all from Bird's Place. And we're just going to kind of place these right now. And those are not so bright. The leaves on this one are not so bright like the other one was. That's why I'm willing to use the leaves on that flower. I've got a little double rosebud. I've got some just pink, tiny roses. Here's a beautiful, this one's got like the heart-shaped petals. I love these. These are my favorite. The ones with the heart-shaped petals are my very favorite. So whenever Debbie has those, I try to get as many of that style as I can. And then if I take this, I always mean to put this in first, and I always forget to do that. I want a different one. This one's a little paler, this double pink and white rose. Just a little bit paler, and that's what I want. And then I know I have a little tiny white one here. Here it is. And I want that to go right at the top there. And I really don't think I want to use any green leaves or anything in here. We've got just enough green in these flowers that I think that's all we need as far as green goes. And that looks gorgeous. Then I want to use one of these and one of these, but I don't know if I want to use it in this one. Where did I put my other ones? Where did I put it? Oh my word, I know I just saw. Oh, here it is. It was flipped over. I don't think I'm going to be using any of the other little rhinestones in the wings of this one, because I've got that leafy sequin piece. Now, I could take this off. And actually, you know what? I'm glad I did that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to pull these flowers and have them coming more downward, like that. Yes. And let's see. I can pop one of these like right there. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so beautiful, you guys. Oh my gosh. I was going to put this around the bottom of this. And I don't know if it's going to work so well with this piece in there, but actually it kind of does. But I still don't know if I'm going to use it. I don't know. Because I also was thinking I'd like to use a little bit of this pearl chain for sure. This is gorgeous. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see. Let me get my pliers, and I'm going to open this up if I can find the opening. And I think I'm going to smoosh that closed. I know I didn't do that the way I'm supposed to, guys. I know. Don't get mad at me. And then this, I'm going to snip right there. And I've got that piece. And I would like very much to use this piece because that is so pretty. Right? Look at that. So pretty. And then I also have, where is it? Oh, I also have some of this that's really pretty. Maybe for the other one. This chain with the scallops. So maybe we'll use that on the other bumblebee nose. And that, that, like that. I mean, once I start gluing all this stuff in, you guys, it'll fit in a whole lot better than it's fitting in right now. But I've got to get at least somewhat of a feel for what it's going to look like before I start going to town and gluing things in. So I've got these all glued to this ribbon. So what I do when I use it, all I have to do is take that tiny piece of ribbon at the top and leave it attached. You know, just a little tiny piece there. And that way the pearls or the beads are not going to fall off. And that could hang with those. Oh my word, it's going to be so pretty. I want 2 of those. 2, please. And then what I think I would like to do is take my torch just to sort of seal the deal there at the tip, because that will not only melt that glue and secure it, but it will also melt the ribbon so that the ribbon is nice and secure. And I think I am going to use one of these beautiful green rhinestone charms. I think I'll... Oh, come on. Thing is the top of this is kind of rounded, so they just want to slip and slide right off because there's nothing for them to stick to. Okay, it's getting further and further apart here, but we can kind of guess what that's going to look like. And that would be pretty there. Maybe I'll cut off 2 of these. I think I will. I just think these are gorgeous. I love that green. Maybe we'll have that one kind of sticking out right there somewhere. Okay. We're not going to worry too much more about how these are going to go, because I think I've got that all kind of figured out. So, these I definitely want to kind of put together. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got these pieces here. Oh, I wonder if I was to piece of that in there. Would that be pretty? Or is that too green? Yeah, I don't want that there. But I am going to use it at the top. Okay, but what I would like to do is to find something to kind of stick these all to, you know, so that they all stick together. Now what I can do is I can drop some resin in there, and I could do it that way, or I could take and I don't want to use this. I do not. Let's see. Let's snip this off. And I'll use that somewhere too, just to kind of poke out. Okay. So let's pop that over there. Get rid of that. We've got a lot of little garbagey bits and pieces that are showing up here now. I hate when those get all over my mat because it just looks trashy. Okay. You know, another part of me wonders if I actually really need this whole piece. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut this down so that I've got more of this to use and something else, and then I can just kind of have that poke out a little bit. I could put a piece over there if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to use that one little piece and stop wasting Try not to waste too much. And then I want to try and use some of my other rhinestones in here a little bit. Oh, you guys, I started putting this thing together and I started doing the work and forgot I wasn't recording. So all I did was I put this little piece together. I added this, the little chains to one of my little, what do you call them? My charm holders, the little things that I buy that are for earrings when you want to make earrings. And I thought that would work nice for holding these all kind of together and being able to put them in the pattern that I wanted them to be in. So I'm using my little light here to get this to cure before I move it. So I am on top of my silicone pad here, and I'm going to pop this up under my light, my big light, for just a couple of minutes, just to make sure it is stuck on there really well. I'm going to do it from the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this flower, but I was also considering, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Hopefully I have another one in here. Let's see. Oh, maybe I don't. I had a little daisy, whoops, that I was going to use to put on top. I could use just that. That would work. Is that the same thing? Yeah, same thing. Okay. Or I could use that. Not that. I'm sorry, I've got a few of these different little things that I could try, so I'm going to just see which one I like the best. Okay, I think that's all that I could really use. No daisies in there. What did I do with that little tiny daisy? Oh, there it is. Okay, that should be good enough for that right now. So, my choice would be to use just a little white paper rose, like that. You guys can't even see how this is going here. Let's back you off just a tad. Okay, yeah, you can see my mess now. Like, even more. Okay, so we've got that on there. Could use that little flower. I'm not really loving that. Or we could take one of these caps, and this one might be too big, I think, because it's going to cover that rhinestone, although it does look pretty. Then we've got this one, which is kind of a daisy too, and that looks pretty. It goes nice with this piece, and it actually just sits in there perfectly. So that's a possible. And then we've got this one, which is also very pretty. That one looks good. Or we've got our little daisy. Nah, I don't love that. So, honestly, I think we're going to use this daisy. So, I'm glad that I tested these, because this one looks really nice. And if I find a tiny rhinestone, one of these, I'll put it in the center. And I think we'll be happy with that. So let's get our resin, and we're just gonna drizzle that kind of up over the top here. This one's almost out. But we're not gonna waste. And then once these are done, I'll save the bottles and let's see, how big can it be? Well, I have these little pearls too. I don't know if that's too big, but I'm going to test it in the middle there. Ah, that works perfect. So let me grab my little light here, because we want to do this first so we don't have to move it around. And then I'll pop it under my lamp again. Oh, there was the other one. I was looking for this piece here to use down here, but actually I think it would have been too big. So it worked out okay. And you guys, I wouldn't want to use this to just totally cure my resin, because it takes longer, number one, to cure it with these lights, because they're not as powerful as your lamp. And with my lamp, of course, I've got the lights at the top and the bottom, so I can cure it from both sides, because since this is clear resin, it'll come up through the bottom as well. So I'm going to pop that under my lamp and just give it a little bit of time there to do its thing. Oh my gosh, those are not going to sit there. And I'm going to put my glue sticks back, because I really don't think I'm going to need those all, if any of them. Oh, I forgot. I had my other rhinestones too. I never even took them out. I want to use maybe a couple of my clear ones of these. And I honestly think I might go with yellows and this purple. Look at this. This one has a broken petal, but that's okay, because I can put that purple one just like that, and you can't even see it. And then maybe put a yellow one on this side. And then what I was thinking, what was I going to do? Oh, that's pretty. Pretty. Got some pink rhinestones in here. Oh, I've got some pretty green ones too, to go with those other deep green ones. And I've got these clears. And I was thinking I might take a clear one. I bought these mostly for the little bumblebees. So that I can add for the metal ones and the resin ones, the little resin ones, that I thought I might be able to really do something pretty with those. I'll just grab those for now. got that too. I don't know what I'm going to use at the top, and I'm not going to use this on this butterfly, obviously. But maybe we'll use one of these on the other butterfly at the bottom. We'll see, because these are so pretty. So I'm thinking I might use porcelain flowers on that. I have another little purple porcelain flower in here too that'll go really nicely. And honestly, the purple and the yellow looks really nice together. I never would have thought of that until I accidentally put them together and saw how pretty they looked, and I was like, okay, I can do that. Okay, so there we go with that. All right, I wish I didn't have all this gunk all over the place here. And honestly, I might use a little more resin, but I don't think I'm going to be using so much that it's going to be pouring through. So I think I'm going to take this piece of silicone mat off of here. Pop it over there. I really don't want to mess up this paper either, because it's super pretty on the other side. Like super pretty. Okay. I just think you guys can see it a little bit better on this paper than you can on that mat. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to design this section in here. And so what I want to do is I am going to use this little set of leaves, but I'm going to wait for a second and get these some of these flowers set first. So first things first, we're going to put this one in. Oh, the Angels game is on. I can hear the national anthem. We are going to put that beautiful, beautiful rhinestone piece right there. And I will be putting a little bit of resin through there just to make sure these really set in really well. The B7000 is great, don't get me wrong, but adding a little bit of resin can only help. Let's see, how do I want this to go? Now's the time to switch it around if I feel the need. Oh, we're not going to forget this time. I need to know how far we're coming over so that I know where to add my my leaves, my sparkly leaves. And then maybe that. Nope, that just blends in too much. Maybe we'll put this right here this time. Let's see. Okay, so I started to put some of these rhinestones in, you guys, right here. These are from the ones that Kim sent me, and I forgot to hit the record button, but I only put like 2 or 3 of them in, so it's okay. So I've got these all set. I've got my rhinestone picker and my B7000. So we're just going to pop some of these in here in spots where I think they might look the prettiest and show up the best. Oh my goodness, it keeps wanting to pop out of there. What in the world? It's like it's pushing it away. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, let's try this one more time. There we go. Got her in there. There. Okay, that looks pretty. And then I want one right here. I did put one on the other side of that as well. And then I want to get a couple of them in this section for sure. I feel like this section is really needing something, and I'm going to put 2 right there. One there. And one there. There, that kind of fills in that spot where I feel like it's like bare. And this is where some people might say I'm putting too much or whatever, and that's okay too. But if you know me, you know I like rhinestones and I like bling. People used to call me the queen of bling because I always used so much of it, but it just is something that I think adds so much to something like this especially. It just makes the whole thing pop. So we're going to be using a few of these on the wings. So get ready, guys. This thing is going to sparkle like you would not believe. Okay, turn over. Okay. So I'm just going to start finding some spots here where I want to add some of these in. I'm only going to do like 2 spots at a time because any more than that and I'm going to forget where I'm supposed to go. I mean, these are gorgeous, you guys. I know I'm going to need more of them, so I might as well just grab a little handful here. Okay, and we're going to pop one right there. Okay. And I think I'm going to go right down into there too. This rhinestone picker's working real nice. Seems like it has more sticky than sometimes when you get these where you feel like they don't want to stick. Okay, so now trying to get an eye on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, and look at how easily these are going in there. 4. And I mean, this is just going to be one of those like super sparkly pieces. Okay. We're going to just fill this in kind of all the way around. And maybe what I'll do is I'll be quiet now and speed up the camera for you guys. And then I want to put one of these right there. And then another round one right there. There. Now that wing, you can see, is completely filled in. I mean, pretty much. I'm not gonna, let's see, maybe I'll move that over a little bit and put one right in there, because I feel like it needs to have that spot filled in. I have another thing that I got from my friend Robin too that I need to pull out and try and see what I can do to make it into something beautiful. Sometimes she likes to send me little different kinds of little objects and things to see what I'll do with it. And it'll usually be like a little something that she's not seen me do anything with before or whatever, just to see, okay, what can you do with this? And it's fun. I enjoy that. Now this side's going to get a few more rhinestones because it doesn't have the leaf bits in it. Okay, so I'll put those in there. Maybe one of those. Those are kind of cool. Let's see. These are all kind of different kind of shapes and stuff. I've got little hearts right here. I'm not going to use the hearts this time though. Got circles. These are kind of cool. I'll just pop a couple of those out. Let's see what we can do with those. Okay, so let's get our round ones on there first. And then we'll see what we can do with some of those other bits and pieces. use these right here because they look kind of pretty right there. Kind of a different shape. I like that. And let's go with these. Get those in there. Oh gosh, you guys, I hope my head's not in there. And once again, you guys, I do all kinds of crazy things. I know my videos aren't perfect, but I sure do try. Just kind of what happens as you get older, you kind of do things you probably wouldn't have done 5 years ago. Whoops, that spot doesn't have any glue. You know, I'm not sure that I put glue in that other spot. I don't think I did. I did not. Definitely don't want a piece with glue all over it. Oh, come on. Now I got wax all over it. Okay, I gotta find another one. What shape was that? That one. Okay, there's that. And I need to go, let's see, where's those big, there. Need one of those, and that's gonna go right there. Okay. This is a circular one, but it's got a different cut to it. And it's super pretty. And that's gonna go right there. Woohoo! Man, if that had a mirror like behind it, oh my goodness, that would be so pretty. I wouldn't even know the first thing about how to do that though, so unfortunately that will not work out for me. All right, so let me get these. I don't want to lose a single one of these. And I think what I will do is just put these kind of all in here. Wow. Wowee, wow, wow. Where did that come from? That came from something, some show that I saw at some point. I feel like don't like that. That feels just a little too big. I feel like I need something else in that spot. I know I've got some other shapes of those, so let's just see what we've got. So I feel like I need something in that one section right here. I don't know if that's going to work either though. Oh, it just dips down so far. That does look pretty there. Okay, I think think I might go with that. Okay, well, you know what? I'll grab some of these clear round ones. I think maybe what I want to do is those kind of stick up a bit far, but maybe what we could do is take these round ones with the really pretty cuts in them. They're kind of big though. Yeah, those are pretty big. I don't know if those will work either, but they don't sit up as high. Oh, those actually look really pretty. So we're going to go with those right here at the tips of the antennas. There's that. And then I think what I'm going to do is put one of these here. I don't think that's going to work. No. No, no, no. You need to stay. Oh, come on. I don't know if this one's going to work either. They're not going to want to sit. Nope, they just want to slide right on down. Okay. This is one sparkly little bumblebee. Look at that. Probably about $1 million just in rhinestones. Oh my word, that's a lot of rhinestones. But I do want to take these. I don't know what color. Maybe the dark pink. It's like a fuchsia. Very pretty. These are the ones Kim gave me, but I'm thinking I want something on the eyes. know if this is going to work or not, you guys, so I may be pulling these right back off. Okay, I think that looks very pretty, actually. Really pretty. And I might need to add a couple of those in a couple of other spots now that I see them on there. I wished I'd have thought of that sooner. Just to kind of scatter them in a couple of areas, because I think these would be a nice pop of darker color that this needs. Oh, come on. Usually they fall right up, straight up when I do this drop thing. These ones, I had this problem with them the other day when I was using some of them. They just did not want to flip over. Okay, so we are going to pop a couple of these in to a couple of spots here where we might be able to find space for that pop of color. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Pop one right there. And we're not going to be too methodical about this. I'm just going to pop them in here or there. Oh, there's really not much space to put them into, honestly. But let me go there and there. I like that. You. Oh, this is awesome. You. And there. And there. Oh, it doesn't want to sit down. I guess that spot's not going to work. Okay, I don't know if I can get it out of there now. Well, let's see, where else can we go? Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and come down here. You guys, this is a really long video. Okay. Really, whoops, what did I do? I feel like I have to Okay, we're just gonna find a spot here or there. Uh-oh. I don't know. Did that take it over the top? I feel like it did. Darn it. Okay. I feel like it was the legs. The legs I'm not happy with. So off come the legs. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm going to clean these up, I promise. These are not going to get wasted because I love them. I can clean these up with my glue remover. So they are going to be just fine. Maybe maybe we're just gonna try and get them here. We're just gonna put them in here. Nope, that one's not going in. I think that's the same spot I tried before. There, that one went in. Oh, shoot. Woohoo! Ooh, those look really pretty in the body like that. Okay, you guys. I'm going to leave her alone as far as all this stuff on her body is concerned. And we're going to get the top done, which is only going to take a minute. Those I've got to find a spot for. Okay, where's my little daisy? There's this part. Where's my little flower? Where are you? Oh my word. Alright. Well, we're just going to do a new one. I'll find that other one and you guys go right over there because you're going to get cleaned right up. I have some glue remover, adhesive remover that works amazing. I use it on my nails. So my nails pop right off when I put it on there. And I've used it on to get resin off of me and off of my stuff. And it works like a charm. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this so that one of these are little daisies. And they're little charms. And I cut off the ring, the center ring. I'm going to put a little mat down. And I'm going to put this facing with one of those rings facing straight up. And I'm just going to put it so that it's going to sit like that. Just like that. That might be a little too close and a little bit out of focus, but you can see that right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and I'm going to do it just like that. I'm going to put her right over the top of it, just like that. And I'm going to leave it right on my tabletop. Make sure it's centered. And we're going to just pop our light on there, just like that. Can you imagine if I tried to do both of these? I did not plan on all of these rhinestones and stuff on here, you guys. I truly didn't, but I just couldn't stop. Once I started going, I wanted this to be an amazing piece. And that it is. I'm super duper happy with this. And then I may pour some resin sort of between a bunch of these rhinestones and things so that I know for sure they're not ever going to come out of there. I think that would be a great idea. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this off the mat and under my lamp, and I will put the light on both sides, and that way I can get it all cured all the way around. And then later I'll worry about doing the rhinestones and stuff and getting those all set in. But you guys don't need to watch that. You've seen me resin in rhinestones before, about 100 times. So these are all going to be put aside for the next one. And also in your comments, let me know, would you like me to do this one in a video, or would you not like me to do this one in a video? Or maybe you'd rather see me do just a clay one, because I can do that too. I could do a clay one over a jar or something like that. If you'd like to see how that turns out, I would love to do that at some point. Even if you say no, I'll probably do it. I'm sorry, I'm peeling some glue off of my fingernail. But yeah, this one is going to be super duper pretty. And this way you'll see all the detail and everything. And you can see, if I wanted to, where I could drop some rhinestones just here or there on this and really make it pop, without going to crazy level like we did on this one that we're doing right now. And I don't need that. Those go in there. Wow, what a mess. Here I thought I was all set to do a nice clean video, and I still made a mess. So let's set that one in there so you guys can have a good look at it. And we're almost done, you guys. I've got my ball chain, and let me get, I'm going to use a piece. I don't think that will work. Let's see. I need to get a jump ring real quick here. And of course, the only ones I've got out here are the ones that are copper. So I'm going to try and find a jump ring that's on something else that I can pull off and use on. And I've got a whole bunch more rhinestones in this other bag that I have here too. I've got a ton of them, you guys. I want to make some jewelry and stuff like that coming up. I want to do some jewelry items. And don't forget, you guys, to make a comment with regard to that bracelet. Do you want me to do that as a giveaway? Because if you do, that's what my giveaway is going to be. I think it'll be fun. Oops. And I know you guys would like it. It's beautiful. Or somebody you know would love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, it can be, you can open it up or close it up. You got to do it gently so that you don't break up the rhinestones and stuff on the top. But you can do it and make it fit just about anybody. So even if it's not something you might want, you might like to have it as a gift for somebody. Somebody special in your life. Got me a jump ring. Okay, so now we're going to just take this jump ring and we're going to put it around that little daisy there, and I'm just going to sort of pop my chain right around there and close this up. And close up the clasp. And I'll get some good pictures of this one for you guys. And there we go. I'm going to back off just a minute here. And there we go. Is that not gorgeous, or is that not gorgeous? Oh my word, you guys. Now I can tell you right off the get-go, this one's not going to be cheap in my Etsy shop. But it would be, this would make a great heirloom Christmas ornament, or an heirloom, like a wall hanging. It would be gorgeous on the wall. This would be gorgeous on my cross wall with all my crosses. Oh my goodness, it would be gorgeous. I'm going to close that up real quick and put that away. And what am I going to do? I think I'm going to move everything over to this side. I'm going to pop these in my tool bin. And that goes in with my rhinestones. There we go. That kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to show you what it looks like. Look at that. You guys, you can't tell me you don't love it. See, this is why I didn't want to ruin this paper, because it's beautiful. Look at that. It's gorgeous, you guys. Okay, so anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody who stayed all the way through this video. I appreciate you, and I hope it was worth staying for. I will try and edit this down a little bit. Don't know how successful I will be at that, because I'm not the best at cutting my videos, because I always feel like everything's important. So I'm sorry if it's way too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay well, take care of yourself first and foremost. Love your family, and make those comments. Give this a thumbs up. Share my video, you guys. Share it with your friends and family. And talk about the giveaway. And yeah, give me a hype. Love you all. See you later. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end.